Hi everyone, welcome back to Planet J Tarot. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to do tarot readings for all the 12 ascendant signs to see what changes will come from this full moon that's happening on the 6th, so on Thursday. So we're going to split them up by sections. It'll be fire, earth, air, and then water ascendants, and I'll put timestamps on here so that everybody knows where to find, their specific video for their specific ascendant. And you can also watch it for your sun sign too. Some people watch their prediction videos for their ascendant, but others watch it for their sun sign as well. It'll depend, what placement you really align with the most in your natal chart. You can also look at the chart ruler in your chart to look at the sign for that placement as well. But without further ado, today we're going to get you guys some answers here, okay? I do want to kind of explain here. So this Libra full moon is a time for everybody to reevaluate their needs versus the needs of others. To reevaluate their relationships with others, how they interact with others, etc. And so for some of you, this may look like a romantic relationship. For others, this will look like maybe the relationships you have at work or extended family, things like that. So it'll depend, but that's why we're going to split them up by ascendant, because where Libra falls in your chart, based off of what house or area of life Libra rules over in your specific chart, will add more flavor to these changes when it comes to your interactions with other people this month and for the rest of your life. I think people forget that these full moons, new moons, all these things, they're not meant for you to just have one special day a year or one special day a month. No, these are lessons. Each full moon is a different lesson, right? And so each full moon, the lesson that you take should be something that then catapults you into, something else, a different way of being, right? So keep that in mind. We're going to start with fire ascendants here, okay? And then we'll just go down the line. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups here. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. We want to know what's going on with this full moon, okay? So, if you have an Aries Rising, that means that Libra is going to fall into your house of relationships, partners, contracts, marriage, how well you share with others, your decision making, how fair you are, how fair others are with you, how accepting you are of others and the differences you two share, and the same with how they are with you. People say that the 7th house can also be the house of enemies as well, whereas the 12th house will be hidden enemies. Okay, so that's what we're talking about for you, Aries Rising. Now, if you have a Leo Rising, that means that Libra is going to fall into your 3rd house here. So as you watch this reading, Leo Rising, take everything that I'm saying and add it to the sector of life that involves your everyday interactions, your learning style, your interests and hobbies, your sense of humor. It can be the relationship you have with your siblings, early schooling, your communication style, all of those things. So it'll reflect that area of life. Now finally, for Sagittarius Rising, this full moon in Libra is occurring and highlighting your 11th house here, which is interesting because we had the Three of Cups come up, which is often a card that represents friendships, celebrations, sometimes, depending on what other cards come out, large community groups, which is exactly what this house is highlighting for you, or this full moon is highlighting for you in your 11th house. It highlights your friends, your social media, your social life in general, your hopes and overall conscious, and also how you show up for humanitarian affairs, which is no strange thing to a Sagittarius. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's get into it. the theme of this full moon that will come up for you. Here we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is the highest message, what we need to take away. Justice. We got the Libra card coming out. Interesting. Okay, and then this is the highest energy, the Page of Wands. Okay, so immediately I'm getting a situation that we have going on right now. Doesn't have a lot to offer. The message is to think about, well, where's the fairness in this? Is it fair? Is this something I would want to have a long term for Aries, right? This is falling in your 7th house here, Aries Rising. This is falling in your 7th house. So for you, it could possibly be that you are finding that your relationships, your partnerships, your marriage for some of you, your decision making is not really leading you anywhere that is bringing anything of an opportunity or abundance, even a small one, with the Page of Pentacles there. And the message here with the Justice card is for you to then reevaluate everything, to look at things from an objective lens and say, does this even make sense anymore? Is this fair to me? Is this fair to whoever else is involved, right? And it's saying here that the highest energy is this Page of Wands, which often symbolizes not only a messenger, but a spark of interest into a different direction. And it's no weird thing that this Page of Wands is facing the opposite direction, okay? With the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck here, I'm hearing that for some of you, there is a third party in your relationship, or has been in the past, especially with this Three of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Cups. For others of you, I'm feeling like you guys already have a special someone that you have in mind. Or there is someone in the future that is going to offer you something that is actually fair and, brings a spark with you. Now, if this doesn't have anything to do with the relationship, as I said, this can govern all parts of the 7th house here. So you have to think, do I have any contracts? Do I have any agreements? Do I have any, things between me and other people intertwined that don't feel right now? And how can I adjust that? Okay. Now, for Leo rising here. Leo, this is going to be governing your 3rd house here. So the way you talk, your sense of humor, the way you communicate. So it could be for you, Leo rising, that the way that you communicate and express yourself with other people needs to change because it's not always fair. And this can also be reflected to say that it's not fair the way that people talk to you. It's not fair the way people, like you may find that people make jokes about you too often, or you may struggle to learn, like your learning style. And if you're in school right now, school is seeming to be a bit frustrating. And then this is also for anybody that's watching this in younger school. I would say if this was the 9th house, this would be your higher education house. But 3rd house here is also just reflections about your early childhood, your early development, right? So for some of you, you're finding that maybe what you had going on in your early development didn't really offer you anything that you can actually use today, right? Like you're having to learn harsh lessons instead of what is fair and what just made sense objectively to anybody. So this can be a harsh reality for you, Libra rising, or Leo rising, during this Libra full moon. And I'm getting that what will soothe it for you is actually spending some time with friends, or spending time with people that genuinely care for you. And if you don't have anybody like that, it can even be going out on the town one night, just to kind of get that spark back, because this is the house ruled by Gemini, which is an air sign that loves to converse, that loves to have friends around them, loves to be surrounded by fun people and activities. And I think what you're looking for, Leo rising, is another spark. So that's my recommendation. We'll pull some more here to see if that works for you. And finally, for Sagittarius rising, Libra falls into your 11th house here. So it's similar to what everybody else, but with different tinge here. Because this talks about not only your friends and community groups, but also your overall hopes, right? So for Sagittarius rising, you may find that your overall hopes and view of this world, view of these disruptions, view of social issues, even the way that you show up on social media, is changing for you. whether or not you want to be involved in social media at all, whether or not you want people to know anything about you. I'm getting that for some of you, that your job is actually surrounding that, and that's why this full moon will bring that up for you. Because the 10th house is the long-term goals, but the 11th house is a step forward, which is when you say, okay, my long-term goals have to involve other people. How do I get there with other people? How do I network? Yeah, I think that's what it is, Sagittarius. I think for you, it's all about networking. You guys have to put yourself out there and meet new people. And it's because whoever the fuck you're dealing with right now, or whatever you have situation going on right now, it's not 100%, you know? It's not fulfilling you, you know? You still feel a pull. And it's for some of you, I think it's that because your conscience and your overall heart and care for your friends and people that depend on you, you feel bad about potentially having to make this new change, but you have to do what you have to do, you know? You have to be fair to yourself. Okay. Let's get an advice card for our fire sign risings here. And then we'll do some more clarifications and move on to the next group of ascendants, okay? Let's get some advice. We can get some advice for Aries. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. So Aries, when it comes to your relationships, you have to ask yourself, and this is interesting because the Mercury just moved into Taurus, all about practicality, and Venus is in Taurus now too. So it's hard because, like I said, the 7th house is being illuminated for you guys at this time, and this is your house of relationships. So now, Aries rising, you are seeing full throttle here. If your relationships are fair, if they're practical, if you can have a future with whoever it is that you're dealing with, if the person you're dealing with is actually committed to you, all of these things are coming up because those are things that you have to consider when it comes to being practical in a relationship. Yes, love is cool, but is it fair? Is it balanced? Is it objectively sound? Is this relationship objectively sound? Is this partnership, this marriage? Now, with the Justice card coming out, all of you, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries Rising, have a choice to make. And it's looking like the choice is to move elsewhere, with this Page of Wands literally facing the other direction. All right, can we get some advice for Leo Rising? Step out of your comfort zone. What did I say? Doing something else. Now, this is your 3rd house here, Leo. So for some of you, it'll be finding a new hobby, Leo Rising. Maybe finding a new hobby. Maybe some of you will feel a pull to go back to school, to handle things with your children's schooling differently, if you have kids. It could also be that you guys want to move away from your family. I don't know why, but I'm hearing some of you want to move away from the family. And I also heard that somebody wants to get a new car. Anyway, okay, this is for Sagittarius Rising. Channeled messages for Sagittarius Rising. What's the advice for Sag? Sag, you got 2, so I guess you guys really have a lot going on. Hold your vision. It's time to release negativity. Oh, this is not something that you guys deal with a lot, Sag. You guys are generally one of the most optimistic and positive signs of the zodiac, especially fire risings in general, but for Sagittarius, it's really true. And your advice here is to let go of negativity. So whatever it is that with your friend group, community, or whatever, it's not even that it's not fair, but that they actually are negative as fuck. And it comes off onto you. Libras are people that are very accommodating. This Libra full moon will highlight how accommodating and sometimes complacent you can be, Sag. But the Ace of Wands is somebody that has a vision. So whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, Sagittarius, and this could be involving changing your friend group or anything like that, getting involved in social activism, whatever it is, it's saying to do it. Hold your vision. You get rid of the negativity and just do it, you know? Alrighty. Let's see here. We'll pull a little bit more. Alrighty. Let's get a card for Aries Rising. What's going to be happening with this full moon for Aries? Live and learn. Nice. You live and you learn. Experience, training, development. Okay. So, unfortunately, for some, I mean, you can say if this feels unfortunate to you, but when it comes to your relationship, you're just going to have to live and learn. Figure out, the hard way. This isn't practical anymore, but you live and you learn. This didn't work out, but you live and you learn. For some of you, if you're still in a committed relationship, or an aspect of the relationship will have to be let go of, because it's not practical anymore. Like, oh, we really wanted to move into this $1.5 million house. Do you have $1.5 million house money? No, let's be practical. You know what I mean? How can we get there in the future? Type of thing. Okay, now this is for Leo. Leo Rising. Coach. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Advice, obedience, and knowledge. Like I said, some of you guys might want to go back to school. Or learn a new skill. Learn a new language. You might even want to teach somebody else something that you are already good at. And I'm feeling like that'll make you feel confident, Leo. Sharing. Libra is all about sharing. This Libra full moon is all about sharing. For Aries, it may be sharing, how you truly feel about your relationship. But with the third house here for Leo Rising, it's sharing your thoughts. Communicating your thoughts, communicating your knowledge and what you know. All right, Sagittarius. Aid, mercy, charity, kindness. What did I say? Humanitarian stuff. You guys might want to start donating. You might want to start getting involved in charity, generating good karma for yourself, letting go of negativity and moving into something more positive. Nice. This is so lovely. This is very lovely. All right, y'all. That is it for fire risings here. We're going to move on now to the earth risings. Okay. Alrighty. What messages do we have for our earth risings here for this full moon in Libra? Let's talk about it here while we shuffle the cards. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so for earth risings, if you have a Taurus rising, Libra falls into your 6th house here. So the reflections that you deal with on the 6th are going to be revolving around your professional life, the skills you bring to a job, how helpful you are, how supportive you are, your work routine, how you take care of your health, your attention to detail, your ability to cater towards others. These will be brought up for you, Taurus rising. Okay. So for Virgo rising, Libra is going to fall into your 2nd house. So this is your house of self-esteem, self-worth, your skills and natural skills, the way you spend money and make money, your income, material possessions, how consistent and dependable you are. This full moon will highlight all of those aspects of your life. And finally, if you are a Capricorn rising, then Libra is going to fall into your 10th house here. So this is your house about your chosen path, your reputation, your social status, your career. Sometimes this may bring up, feelings about the father. Overall, reevaluating your long-term goals and how they overlap with the people in your life, right? Because Libra full moon is all about your needs versus the needs of the other. Okay, let's get some cards for our Earth Risings. Almost had the Eight of Cups come out with the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, big changes, you know? There's the Tower in reverse. Okay, so some of y'all are hesitating. It's reasonable. You know, Libra full moon, somebody has to deal with some sort of indecision. I'm guessing it's going to be you guys. Okay. Bottom of the deck here, we have the sun. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. That's what I'm hearing. It's alright. So if y'all been stressed out, it's alright. Okay. Alright. What's the theme around this full moon in Libra for our Earth Risings? Page of Pentacles. Interesting. So Fire Risings had for the theme, their Page of Pentacles in reverse. Huh. This is nice, actually. This makes me feel like there's hope in whatever situation that you guys are already in. Not ready to tear the walls down yet because there's hope with the Sun in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We also have the Knight of Cups in reverse on the bottom. It's just so interesting because the Knight of Cups was upright for the fire sign risings, which made me believe, hey, somebody else is going to offer you something better. But I feel like this is saying that there's hope where you're already at, or there's hope doing what you are already doing. That doesn't mean you can't make changes, but, or at least that you're already on the right direction if you started to make the changes, if that makes sense. So like if some of you, like I said, are being indecisive and wavering on these changes that you're making in regards to your work life, your long-term goals, your skills and self-esteem, keep it up is what I'm hearing. Okay, what's the highest energy? Because the message was the Tower in reverse. Oh, the Eight of Cups did come out. It came out. I literally said that. I said it might come. I said it almost came out. And I didn't think it was going to, but it came out. The Eight of Cups in reverse, yeah. This is not walking away. And for some, I mean, it's struggling too, but I think the struggle is for a reason. The Two of Wands in reverse, yeah. It's like you're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroad. And that's why. You are now hitting, especially for Virgo Rising, because this falls in your second house too. In the Two of Swords here, or Two of Wands here. You're hitting like a crossroads. Whatever decision it is that you make is going to contribute to your self-esteem, you know? Until the next go around. Until next Aries season, when we have this other Libra full moon. Okay. So, dealings with other people. Taurus Rising. You have this falling in your sixth house here, so your professional life, the skills you bring to a job, your routine, your health, your fitness, your attention to detail. Okay. Let me look at the cards for a second, you guys. I feel like I've been moving pretty fast, but I know with my Earth Risings, I kind of need to take a beat. So let's take a beat. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles comes out when diligence is needed. Taurus Rising. When it sometimes symbolizes a completely new career direction, growth, and tangible growth. So for Taurus Risings, this is you guys want tangible growth. You want something that you see, hold, money. For some of you that are applying to scholarships and stuff, I'm hearing, yeah, keep applying because the sun came out. For some of you that are looking to get a loan or something like that, keep applying. Because it'll be the diligence, the persistence, the consistency that will get you there. Your ambition. This is planning for the future, applying for jobs. If you guys don't have a job right now, now is the time to do it. Libra full moon especially, because Libra time, everybody that's in Libra energy wants to deal with other people, whether or not they're an introvert or not. Because this is a time where You will be benefited. And I say that because we have Venus and Mercury in Taurus, but Venus is now in its domicile in Taurus. So with this moon aspecting that during this time, I feel like people are going to be more willing to help you out with your money. This is also trades work, gathering materials to make a plan. So for you, Taurus rising, it may not be that you're 100% ready, like I said, at this crossroads to let go, but that if you were debating on changing something up, the message is, okay, yeah, let's get it started though, but what do you need to get there first? Don't tear it all down yet. What do you need to get there first, is what I'm hearing. So this is, for maybe you, Taurus rising, is more of a planning stage if you haven't already started that. Now, yeah. Okay. We also have the the Eight of Cups in reverse here. So this is abandoning something in search for something better, right? But when it's in reverse, it's difficulty around doing this. This is sometimes a fear of moving on, which is not uncommon for earth signs. I'm not surprised. Listen, I'm not surprised that these are how the cards came out for earth risings, because you guys like to be stable. You don't like to have to make all these consistent changes and stuff. You want something that's last, durable, and, you know, something you can rely on. What you have going on is no longer reliable, okay? It's no longer reliable, because you wouldn't have these feelings of the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Tower in reverse if it was, okay? The Two of Wands wouldn't be coming out. The Eight of Cups in reverse sometimes can be overthinking yourself into isolation, clinging so hardly to what is already familiar. Needing your own monotonomy, or whatever it's called. Autonomy, yes. Coming out of the shadows. Oh, interesting, because we have the sun. Coming out of the shadows. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. That's what I'm hearing. That's the theme for y'all this full moon. That song. Listen to it. Here comes the sun. This is death after trying to fix the problem. So you tried to fix the problem. It didn't work. You tried saying, hey, just give me the raise. They didn't give it to you. Or if they did, it wasn't what you actually wanted. It wasn't enough. That's what I'm hearing. It's not enough. It's not that it's not good. It's not enough. Now, we're going to move on to Virgo Rising now, because I just got another message. Virgo Rising, this is highlighting your second house here. Your self-esteem, your skills, your value, your money, how you make and spend money. It's not enough. You need more. And it's not greedy to say that, you know. If you need more, then you need more. Virgo, this is falling in your house of self-esteem, so this is super important for you. The way that you deal with people, it's highlighting how it impacts your self-esteem here. For Taurus Rising, it impacts your routine, how you show up and work, your attention to detail, right? If your heart's not there, if you're not feeling satiated, Taurus or Virgo Rising, that's why. That's why you have these feelings, because it's not 100% happy, not 100% fulfilling anymore, okay? Now, Virgo, this has a lot to do with your material possessions here. Can you depend on the income? Can you depend on this job? Is this job stable? And how does that instability affect how you see yourself? How capable you see yourself? Yeah. Now, for Capricorn Rising, this falls into your 10th house here. So it's similar to Taurus and Virgo here. But for you, it's about your long-term goals, right? Taurus, you can change a job and say, let's just try it out, right? Virgo, you can say, let me try a new style, let me try a new friend group, and if it doesn't work, then it won't impact my self-esteem. But for Capricorn, Libra is falling in your 10th house here, so this is your long-term goals. You know what I mean? This is something that you're going to take with you. You know, this is going to change the trajectory of your life. You were the forerunner for the other two rising signs, the other two earth rising signs in that way, because this will directly impact your career, your social status, your chosen path, and even your reputation. So this is big for you, because Capricorns care a lot about their reputation, right? So for you, it's going to be about, okay, in my reputation, do I show up as somebody who is positive, somebody who's optimistic, who can find a solution and bring shit out of the shadows? You know, Capricorns, you guys love to manage others. So this Libra full moon will highlight, do you manage others in a fair way? Or are you in a position where you can even do that? Do people give you that responsibility to provide that diligence? Do they allow you the opportunity to really embody that part of yourself? And if they don't, then maybe it is time to consider a new path. All right, let's get some advice for Taurus Rising. Damn. We're actually going to do it. We got 3. Perfect 3. Okay. All right, Taurus Rising. Believe in the impossible. I know it's hard for y'all. Like I said, you guys like something tangible. You guys like something tangible that you can go after with facts, objectivity, pragmatism. Earth risings in general like that. But for Taurus, it's a little bit harder for you guys to imagine the unimaginable. But it's because you guys are the fixed sign of the group. You have to be the one that holds everybody down. Not now. Not now. That's just going to fall regardless. With the Tower. It's going to fall regardless. Okay? Alright, Virgo. Your advice here is a new start is coming. Nice. Nice. I love that. A new start. Here comes the sun. Do. And the new start is going to uplift you. It's going to satisfy your ego. Make you feel confident in your skills and what you bring to the table. Because it'll be the dealings that you deal with other people when it comes to this new start. They're going to see that. They're going to see the skills in you. You know, it's like sometimes you're around the same people all the time. They don't even believe you can change. You don't want that. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. A new romantic cycle begins. I know how Capricorns love to... It's like y'all like to keep business and private affairs separate. But Capricorns, you guys do actually, I think you guys are the ones that actually involve or should be involved in the power couple. Like we made this business together and it's thriving for some of y'all. Now for others, a new romantic cycle begins. And this also says new moon in Libra. But I'm hearing that even if it's not a romantic beginning between you and another person that catapults these long-term goals for you, it's also just how romantic and passionate you can be towards yourself. You guys know you get stuck in work mode sometimes that you don't like go take yourself to the spa or treat yourself nice or whatever. But I just feel like that's what you guys need to do. All right, let's get the last final cards. We're going to use our Panther Oracle deck here. And then we're going to move on to the next rising set. Okay, here we go. Aid. Aid came out again. Mercy, charity, kindness. This is the same thing that came out for Sagittarius Rising. And Libra was falling in their 9th house here. So maybe... Oh, I just got a message. Taurus, somebody that might help you might be a Sagittarius. Might help you get on your feet. Taurus Rising. If you guys know any Sagittarius. But apart from that, believe in the impossible. Believe that somebody can show mercy towards you, show kindness towards you. And, you know, don't be upset at charity because charity is a karmic thing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't let it hurt your pride because the thing is like, when you give to others, you get back. So this is your lesson, Taurus, is like, yes, you can receive, but only if you're also able to give. And that doesn't have to be material. You might not have money, but you might have a really kind heart towards somebody. You might have the ability to teach them something that they don't know, and they can't put a price on it, but they still try because they care. Believe in the impossible, you know? Now for Virgo, let's see. Virgo Rising. This full moon in Libra, what is it bringing up for you? Oh, fuck. Slid all the way over there. Coach. Well, this is so crazy. These are the 2 cards. I swear I'm shuffling. And this is the other one that came for, what's her name? Aries Rising. But this is the one that came out for Leo Rising. Advice, obedience, knowledge. Virgo, this is falling in your 2nd house here. What was the message? A new start is coming. Okay. So coach, if you're not on a team or something, a coach can also be maybe a boss. Or I'm hearing that this is also like a mentor. A mentor might be somebody that you should maybe talk to getting some advice or knowledge about a new start that will boost your self-esteem, boost your passion. 17 and 5 on the cards. Okay. All right, Capricorn Rising. Commitment, binding, obstruction, contract. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe it is for some of y'all. Y'all are getting into a new relationship. But it's like your guys' ability to care for and, what's that word? Provide for somebody actually soothes your soul, Capricorn. As much as you guys like to admit how independent you want to be, blah, 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 you guys do like to care for others. You do like to be someone that they can depend on. But I'm also hearing that for some of you, though, you have too much people relying on you. And so the new cycle will be choosing to put that energy towards yourself. Maybe so you can actually have a romantic relationship with somebody else. You know what I mean? Okay. We're moving on now to our air signs. Okay. So this is for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius Risings, and or Suns. Okay. So, here we go. I think we are going to switch gears here and use our other deck. I think we're going to use our other holographic deck. You know what? Actually, I kind of want to move away from that completely. Just because... Let's see. What can I do for you guys? Yeah. Alright. We're going to switch gears away from the gold foil and use our AE Weight Holographic Tarot deck. Now, air signs, you'll probably have the longest explanation because Libra, this is falling in your first house. These are falling in your houses of passion and, you know, the self and things like that. So I really want to be thorough with you guys here. Okay. Gemini Rising, you have Libra in your 5th house here. So this is your house of passion, romance, fertility, children, the way you express yourself, your ideal date. Sometimes it's the house that involves drama, but also creativity, vitality, your personal style, your pleasures, what you do for fun. So, you know, it's a big deal for you guys. Yeah. So Gemini, you're going to find that this full moon is going to highlight things for you that talk about what it is to have an actual internal passion for something. You know, not doing something out of obligation, but because you want to. Like I said, yeah, because you want to. You're doing something because you want to, with the King of Wands. 6 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Oh. I didn't think it was going to be the air signs that had these cards coming up, but here it is. All right. Messages for our air signs. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Empress card in reverse. Damn, I thought this was going to make it easier for you guys to see. I just love using the holographic and gold foil decks, but it's harder for you guys to see them with the cards, so hopefully you guys don't mind this. But, okay. For Libra, this falls into your first house, the house of yourself, your identity, your outlook on life, the first impressions that you make and receive from other people. It's how you are perceived by the outside world and how you perceive the world around you. It talks about your physical appearance in a way, your facial expressions, your defense mechanisms, all of that, all in one swoop. So this full moon for you, Libra, is one that will really cause you to reevaluate yourself, and your inner direction. Now for Aquarius rising, this is going to fall into your ninth house. So it's not even just evaluating yourself, but evaluating how you situate yourself in this world based off of your faith, your beliefs, your values, your higher knowledge. Sometimes it just has a lot to do with religion and ethics, philosophy, culture, and travel, what mentally stimulates you. And in a way, it talks about your luck and your fortune too. And this doesn't have to be material. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. I think we're good, but let me check. Yeah. Yeah, so this doesn't have to be material, Sag. So, or sorry, Aquarius. This is in a Sagittarius house, the ninth house is ruled by Sag. Okay. Now let's look at these cards. The King of Wands is the theme around this full moon. And I think for you air signs, this talks a lot about doing things that you want to do, being strategic, taking control over your own life. I feel like air risings try really hard to accommodate others a lot. And it's almost like you hold on, because this is the energy, this is like holding on. But I'm glad that this isn't in reverse, because I feel like this means that whatever it is that you're holding on to is stable. But the message here with the Six of Cups in reverse kind of makes me feel like this is like, I'm not going to apologize for anything that I do, if that makes sense. Like when I look at the Empress is somebody who's very sweet, manners, and desired, because they're a good girl. They are, they don't have to do much because they're with the Emperor, and the Emperor will do and demand anything, right? But when it's in reverse, this is to me somebody that almost similar to the Queen of Wands energy. And sometimes it's like very demanding, but because it's the Empress card and not the Queen of Wands, I feel like the demanding is more so not focusing so much on how you are perceived by others and how others take you in if you're being a delight, because the Empress card has this symbol for Venus here, which is all that's delightful, pleasurable, digested well. Oh, what did I say? Here we have, oh fuck, I just dropped something. Here we have the Queen of Wands right there. Queen of Wands in reverse. Next to the Queen of Swords. Wow. So you guys got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. This is what I mean. I feel like this is like, I'm not taking any shit. I'm not apologizing. No, I don't care how you feel. And in fact, let me actually tell you about yourself. Like, I feel like this is what air risings are going to go through with this full moon in Libra. Yeah. But watch out, because you don't want to get too ahead of yourself. Like, stand firm, but don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get arrogant. You know what I mean? But stand up for yourself is what I'm hearing. And this is in all of the sectors of life that we just talked about. So for you, Gemini, this will have a lot to do with your passions. So standing up for yourself and standing in your power, it could mean putting more times towards doing the creative things and the things that actually drive you, the things that make you feel good, as opposed to work, or whatever it is that you guys do. This is getting out there. This is flirting and not caring, not caring about, I'm not saying don't be indecent, but, yeah. This is also expressing yourself, not caring what people think about how you express yourself for you, Gemini. Being yourself 100%, Gemini Rising. Now, for our Libra risings here, this is also a lot to do with your self-expression, but not just your self-expression, but your outlook on life. And for Libra risings, it's really easy for you guys to do whatever makes sense to other people, whatever feels good to everyone else. But with these queens in reverse here, this is me seeing, and this doesn't matter your gender, but not sitting and being, a good girl or a good boy. You know what I mean? Doing what you want to do, which is really hard for you Libras to do. I think you guys convince yourselves, Libra Rising, that you are doing what you want to do, but you're actually very influenced. Not even by specific people, but also by what society demands, I think with this full moon in Libra happening while Venus and Taurus are both, or I'm sorry, Venus and Mercury are both in Taurus here, which is this card right here, the card for Taurus. I think that this is going to open up this mentality for you air risings to really consider, what is it that I'm doing that isn't really satisfying myself but everybody else. You know, the King of Wands is someone very passionate and confident, but they still have a lot of responsibilities. And so I'm hearing that here, this is the theme. The theme is to be able to deal with your responsibilities, but to also have fun and to also be generous, but also generous to yourself. Yeah. Okay. What else can I tell you guys? The King of Wands is... This is someone with charisma and loyalty. But we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which is the card of straight loyalty and diligence and sticking to one path. So I'm feeling like for you air risings, the theme is like to be loyal to yourself with this King of Wands. Being confident, being loyal, and if you're loyal to someone, you expect that and you demand it in return. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, that Six of Cups talks about not taking responsibility for something. Looking back onto better days because what you have now just doesn't feel that great anymore. It's needing to connect back with your inner child and what makes you genuinely happy. And this is the message. Okay, so that's the message for you guys with this full moon in Libra. This can also symbolize little petty arguments coming up, but I feel like the arguments or whatever disagreements that come up are a message indicating a larger problem, you know? Sometimes it is being unfair, but sometimes you need to be unfair, you know, especially for you, Libra Rising. People will tell you you're being unfair, but it's just because they don't like what you're doing. And other times people will hate on you, but it's because they want to do what you're doing, but they can't do it like you. You know what I mean? This is also a card that symbolizes needing to let go of the past here. And the highest energy you have here is someone that is really holding on for to and for everything that they can. But I'm hearing that you're going to really need to be able to discern what is really left. And a lot for especially for air risings, because the Libra full moon is a time for you to evaluate the needs of the self versus the needs of the others. This is going to be for you guys evaluating the relationships you have in your life too. And this is for everybody. Sometimes this can be a time where an ex comes back into your life too, so keep that in mind. Don't get sucked up in the passion, you know? Okay. What else can I tell you guys here? The King of Wands is also somebody who's very career focused, so you guys may find that perhaps you are trying to do new things in work. For Sagittarius, maybe Sagittarius Rising, maybe you want to travel for work. Maybe you want to do something that allows you to explore a little bit more. And you should demand that. Demand a little bit more freedom. For Gemini, this can be moving into a career that allows you to feel passionate about. Maybe even being an entrepreneur. If you're already an entrepreneur, shifting gears. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse is also a card of disrespect. Someone that is a bit unfair, you know, and bossy. So, you know what, let's actually clarify this. I want to understand if this is your, like, to me, I feel like this is the energy that you guys are going to have to embody, almost. Like this bossy, take no shit, this is what I want to do. You know, and people are going to tell you shit about it, but that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like that energy is. saying fuck it, you know, being more stubborn, not caring about other people's feelings. Because I feel like you guys do that. As detached as people try to say air risings are, I think you guys really do care a lot about other people and, you know, how they think of what you're doing. Because you need other people, unfortunately. I know Aquarius Rising is listening to this like, no, I don't need anybody. Yeah, you do. It's the pain of having air placements. Okay. I want to clarify this Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Empress in reverse here. Okay. Let's see. Talk to me. Oh, fell on the floor. Strength in reverse. Okay. Self-doubt, inner turmoil, low self-esteem, vulnerability, lack of confidence, feelings of inadequacy. I feel like that's now. I feel like when you guys don't get to do what it is that you want to do and have that freedom that you need to express yourself, you know, it really fucks with your confidence here. And when you show up as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Empress in reverse, this is someone that doesn't have confidence. So I'm hearing that what is going to get you guys back to that spot with this full moon in Libra is to be more like this, upright, you know, someone that has self-respect and love, that has courage to do what feels right to them regardless of how it impacts anybody else. Let's clarify this Four of Pentacles, and then we're going to get some advice for all of you guys, and move on to Water Risings. Clarify the Four of Pentacles here. What are they holding on to? And is this for the best? Two of Wands. This says here, choice, decisions, first steps, choosing a path, future planning in the dark. Preparing to leave a comfort zone. Should I stay or should I go? That's the Four of Pentacles. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. You guys know. Should I do what I've been thinking about doing these past couple of months, or should... No, you know what you should do. Do it. Fuck everyone else, you know? Alright, like I'm hearing, I need to be loyal to myself. The Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles here is someone that is not loyal to anybody other than themselves. And any other time I would tell you guys this is apathetic as fuck. And I don't support, but I think that's what you need. I think that's what you need. Especially you, Libra Rising. Yes, I'm talking to you. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. What's the advice for our Gemini Risings? It says here, a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. We'll look at what that issue is in a second. Let's pull one more for you, Gemini Rising. Oh, fuck. It's time to take action. King of Wands energy, take action. Like I said, what the fuck have you guys been wanting to do? That's what you need to do. Alright, let's see. Libra Rising, what's your advice? Meditate and contemplate. Yeah, you guys are a bit indecisive. It'll take you a little bit longer. Gemini can lead the way because it says they have to be the one to take the action first. Okay, Aquarius Rising. What's your advice? Luck is on your side. What did I say? The 9th house. This is happening in your 9th house, the house of fortune. House of Sagittarius. And this literally says new moon in Sagittarius. Two of Wands is having courage to make a choice when you're at a crossroads. So all of you guys are going to have a choice. Okay. Let's get some more, and then we're gonna move on to our water risings, okay? Alrighty. Alright, can we get some clarification for Gemini Rising situation? What do they need to take action on? What are the personal issues that are going to be resolved here by standing firm in this King of Wands energy? Oh, wow. You guys got a lot. First one says, idea. Inspiration, suggestion, and vision. Okay. Second one says live and learn, experience, training, development. So some of you guys may decide, oh, I want to go back and learn this skill. Okay. Goals, purpose, expectation, and destination. So Gemini Rising, there's something you've been wanting to take action on, an idea that you've wanted to put into, what's that word? To like realize a goal. Make it real. And you guys have been hesitating almost. Oh, I didn't realize that Fate came out too. So I'm hearing like, do it, bro. What you waiting around for? And I think this Fate card is applied to all of you air risings actually. So we're gonna put this above. Oh, sorry, chica. Lo siento. Okay. Let's see here for Libra Rising. What do you guys need to contemplate about now? How is this going to affect your outlook on life? Your ability to not want to apologize so much. Death and withdrawal. Yeah. So you guys are going to have to take back your energy from a lot of people. And endless harm. Inevitable. It's the inevitable. It's inevitable that this happened. It went too far. Guilt, awakening, rejection. Yeah, you guys are going to have to reject some people. You're going to feel a little bit guilty at first, but it has to happen. You know, and you guys may need to think a little bit about how you're going to do it. How am I going to move on when I hit this crossroad? And when it's time, Libra, do it. Okay, let's get some advice for our Aquarius Rising. Schedule, management, planning, and organizing. Luck is on your side. Let's get another one. What are they planning for? I feel like this is a trip, bro. Oh no. Let's see. Pride, self-esteem, worth, and ego. Oh, okay. Okay. Aquarius, so this is you guys needing to be more optimistic. This is you guys needing to... It's like you guys are so fun and loving, but you're actually very similar to Capricorns, being traditionally ruled by Saturn. It's like you guys kind of sometimes can be a pessimist. Come off as a bit prideful. Because it's a protection. It's a way to protect your ego. But you guys need to plan to be a little bit more spontaneous. And I know that doesn't make sense. How do you plan being spontaneous? Aquarius, figure it out. You guys are so creative and unique. I know you guys know what to do. Okay? And if you guys need any personal readings, I will put everything in the description box. But yeah. Let's move on to our water risings. Okay, y'all. Okay, what deck do we want to use for you guys? Okay. All right, y'all. So, last but not least, water risings. We're starting with Cancer. Cancer, Libra falls into your 4th house here. This is your house that talks a lot about your emotional needs, your home life as a child, your upbringing, your roots, your family, your femininity, how you care for your loved ones, how protective you are of your loved ones and your emotions, your defenses, your relationship with the mother, all of that, okay? And having this Libra full moon, which talks about the needs of the self versus the needs of the others, your interactions with other people at this time, especially during this full moon or around this time of the full moon in Libra, will be triggers almost for you to dive deeper into the state of your emotional needs and everything that this 4th house rules, everything I just mentioned. Now, for our Scorpio risings, Libra falls into your 12th house here. So this is your house of your spirituality, your dreams, hidden enemies, your compassion, introspection, your limiting beliefs, endings, karma, what you want for yourself in old age, your dreams, and how introspected you are, possibly any bad habits or addictions you may be ruled by. And ultimately, this will also talk a lot about how you view the afterlife. And like I said, this Libra full moon will bring up these things by your interactions with other people. So, for example, Scorpio, you have a friend whose mother just passed away. And they ask you to go to the funeral with you. And let's say if the funeral just so happened to be around this time of this Libra full moon, then it triggers you to start thinking a lot about the way you view life, the way you view afterlife, the way you view endings in general, the way you view karma. Everybody's saying all these beautiful things about this person, wondering if it's real, wondering if, and it'll trigger those feelings for you, right? Now, for Pisces Rising or Pisces Sun. This is going to happen in your 8th house. So the house of deepness, intimacy. Sometimes it can point to sexual desires, okay? But it's sex that is deep and intimate. This isn't casual sex, okay? This is the closest that you can be to another person. So for Pisces Rising, this full moon in Libra is really intense. It also talks about your need for privacy, how you trust others, how you discover your own self-truths, how you rise from the ashes when things get hard like a phoenix. Your transformations and losses. For some of you, this may even bring up any taxes or debts or loans that you owe. So be careful with that. And for others, this will shine a light on possible inheritance or material gains from other people. So it's big, Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Love that. We also have the Five of Wands in reverse, I believe, for our fire risings. Not wanting to fight anymore. Nine of Swords in reverse. I love that because that means that you guys are coming out of a period of mental anguish. Feeling like, woe is me. Not knowing the next step. Being trapped in your mind. You're coming out of that, With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, though, this makes me feel like this has something to do with a lack of equal give and take. So for our Cancers, this could have a lot to do with your home life. This could be shedding a lot of stuff on your home life. Possible debts, maybe. Or even just not feeling 100% appreciated. Having a lot to juggle, also. Having a lot of responsibilities. For our Scorpio risings, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, no, we're good, we're good. For our Scorpio rising, this is your 12th house here. So this is like, I don't know, maybe some of you guys have really been feeling, you know how some people feel like they get anxious and they start to feel like, I don't know why I just heard like panic attacks. Panic attacks about all of your responsibilities, about everything that you have to juggle at once. Okay, what's the highest energy? The High Priestess in reverse. Scorpio, you or Scorpio Pisces, you guys came out in reverse here. Like I said, usually when the High Priestess comes out upright or in reverse, it makes me feel like somebody can't listen to their own inner intuition. But with the Nine of Swords in reverse here, I'm feeling like that's a good thing. Because your inner thoughts were telling you like crazy shit, like making you anxious and all of that. But it's in reverse here. The High Priestess is in reverse here. So it's like, yeah, you still need inner guidance, but I feel like the inner guidance is like you telling yourself, no, you're just imagining it. Like things are actually not as dramatic and extra as they seem right now. Okay, clarify the High Priestess in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Wands upright. Alright, let's take a beat. Give me a second to look at these cards. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. This is a promise of discovery. This Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. I think you guys are having to connect to your inner drive more, you know? Knight of Pentacles is somebody that's mythological. Is that how you say it? Mythological. I can never say that word. But, you know, he does things with a method. That are willing to walk the path. Oh, that's what it is. Look. These are down there. It's willing to walk a path no matter how long it takes to get somewhere. I think you guys, this is a struggle because you may be feeling impatient with the Page of Wands. But this is the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, so it's like struggling to pay attention to the details, to make plans ahead, oh, that's why. That's why. You guys are feeling so overwhelmed because you're juggling so much, but it's because you have a lack of organization. And the Libra full moon is going to show you that. Utilizing your own traits to your benefit. Having a strong foundation, moving with grace. Here with that Page of Wands, this is reaching a level of mastery. Okay, we'll figure out what that is. We'll figure out what it is that you guys are trying to get a hold on with the clarification cards here. This combination here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands is... These are everyday issues. These are little everyday things. Excuse me, guys, that keep coming up for you guys. And it's not major, but it's like when you have a lot of little things building up over time, then you get into the Knight of Swords. This is needing to work a little harder. Being okay with delayed gratification because you know it'll be worth it. Being responsible. Being responsible with enthusiasm. needing a creative solution to your problems. Okay. Okay. Yeah. What else can I say about this? I'm really like getting a lot of messages at once, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them all out to you guys. This is the Page of Wands is a new inspiration. So that's why I say I feel like you guys are coming out of the Nine of Swords energy, because they're that spark. But it's still going to be like a struggle to stay connected to the spark with the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles is loyalty and stability here. So you have to keep reminding yourselves, is what I'm hearing, to be passionate and creative, and that passion and creativity will apply to those areas of life that Libra falls in. So whatever house Libra falls in for you. So for Cancer, this will be having to come up with a creative solution to whatever has been troubling you when it comes to your home life. Maybe any situations that deal with, your mother, your childhood. This is like getting over deep things inside of yourself, Now for our Scorpio risings, this is going to require a lot of introspection for you with the High Priestess in reverse. Because this talks about your 12th house matters. This talks about your soul, your shadow side, your addictions, your delusions, your ability to show compassion for other people. And for Pisces, this talks a lot about your privacy, discovering self-truths about yourself, your need to transform yourself, to rebirth. Yeah, with that death and rebirth card here. And for some of you, Pisces rising, this has a lot to do with getting your finances back together. So for all of you water risings, for Cancer, for you to mend the home. For Scorpio, for you to mend your oh wait, hold on. I think I just got mixed up. Oh no. Scorpio, for you to mend your shadow side, and for Pisces, for you to discover these deep self-truths about yourself to transform. This is going to require a restructuring of your values. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like you guys really need to reevaluate and reorganize. Like I'm hearing that some of you guys got Pisces rising, y'all got bills that you haven't paid. You just been letting stack up. Scorpios, I don't know, y'all need to fix your retirement funds. Something like that. For our Cancers, y'all got some tension in the home that you haven't been 100% forthright about. These two cards here. Okay. All right, let's move into the clarification because this is getting a little long. Okay. Our advice for our Cancer risings. What's the advice for Cancer? Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Okay, so no need to fret. You still have the ability to creatively come up with something to change where you're at. And for our Scorpio risings, what's the advice for our Scorpio risings? A fiery climax is approaching, a full moon in Aries. We'll look and see what the climax is and what needs to be shifted here with the other clarifications. All right, now for our Pisces risings. It's time to take action. Okay, it's interesting because every single, I'm pretty sure, maybe except for the Earth ones, or was it Earth? I think every element rising group got this card. And each time it was, I think it was the mutable signs that were the ones that had to take the action. Gemini got the action one. Pisces got the action one. I think Virgo got the action too. I don't know about Sag. I gotta go back, but interesting. So like I said, y'all got some shit to do, Pisces. Pay those bills. Cut off what's not working. Alright. Let's get some clarifications and then we're going to close out the reading. Okay, guys? Stay tuned for your 12 love readings, 12 sign love readings, which will be posted hopefully by the end of this week. Please be patient. But so far we have Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, and Virgo already posted. Okay? So, sorry Pisces, you gotta wait. But I also, if you're watching this for your rising sign, I would recommend that you watch the one for your 7th house, not your rising, when it comes to love. Specifically for my love readings, they're for Sun, Moon, Venus, Descendant, so your 7th house. Okay. Origin. This is for Cancer. This is what is not set in stone. Your creativity, vitality, initiation, and origin. Your roots are not set in stone. What did I say? Your home life isn't set in stone. You do have the ability to change things, Cancer. You're a cardinal sign. Okay? Alright, Scorpio? What's the climax going to be in regards to? Loneliness. Dullness, disappointment, and isolation. So you guys are, some Scorpio risings are going to come out of maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys have been a bit down in the dumps, depressed lately. That's coming to an end. And it's going to be fast and fiery. Okay. Let's see here for Pisces rising. Pride. Okay, so you guys are going to have to make some changes and take some action to fix your self-worth, your ego, and your pride. And for some of you guys, this is tied up to some debts that you maybe feel like you have. Or some really big changes that you guys feel like it's been a long time coming that you guys didn't take any action on. Because you weren't connected to your inner self here. But this full moon in Libra, the relationships and the people around you are going to shed light on all of these areas. For all of our water risings, okay? Alright guys, so that's the end of this reading. I want to thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. And stay tuned for all the other videos. And don't forget to click the links below and watch all the videos for your sun signs on my astrology channel. Okay, see you next time.